Today's episode is on anime, something I feel I've been accustomed with for a reasonable amount of time. In fact, the first time I watched it, I was 7 or 8, glued to the TV screen, projecting the UK's version of Cartoon Network. So I guess we should begin. To start off, I'm confident that the majority of you have seen anime, let alone know what it is. Simply put, a style of Japanese film and television animation, typically aimed at adults as well as children. This cartoon style has managed to captivate audiences worldwide, not just in its native Japan. Although I know many disregard the art style for its apparent childlike nature, I find the visual spectacle, with over-the-top lighting and movement, to be part of its charm. Unfortunately, for many shows made at either side of the mid-2000s, there appears to be a rift concerning the quality of animation. There are still companies and shows which have fought against dividing their content. One Piece in particular has dealt with this well. Although the anime began over 10 years ago, the quality of animation has improved steadily, so that it feels like the same show, but fresh at the same time. However, let's be real, there are some crap-looking anime shows out there. Now, you may think I'd just consider this Japanese style of TV shows to be the bee's knees, but this is not the case. You see, I have a problem with cliches in regular Western shows all the time. Enemies waiting their turn to attack the protagonist, the predictable happy ending, the comic book deaths when people come back to life, etc. However, in anime they take it up a few notches. There is always a brash lead, the reserved sidekick, and the death of one or both of the parents. In fact, I swear if the real world was governed by the rules of anime, then everyone would be a kick-ass schoolgirl fighting creatures from the depths of hell in a short skirt after their orphanage was burnt down. In fact, my hatred is for the explaining of every plot point, twist and turn in the entire show. It's as if we really are children, stupid ones at that, who can't understand any form of subtext or development in the narrative. Although it is almost certainly not intended to provoke such an emotive response, it really is annoying. Family Guy really hit the nail on the head when they wrote this bit of their show.
Well, I just can't understand any of this. Everybody in Japan is either a 10-year-old girl or a monster.
Furthermore, the scripts can just be downright awful. Naruto and Attack on Titan, whilst awesome in many ways, are genuinely difficult to listen to during some scenes of dialogue. Now, I am aware of the problems by virtue of translating between two very different languages, but subtle and clever scripts just don't seem to be that much of a priority for the studios creating the shows, which is unfortunate, because I think that is another thing which turns off the adult appreciation of the medium. The lack of layers to a scene makes everything too simple, and it all melts into brain candy. This was my real issue with trying to binge-watch One Piece and Fairy Tail. Yes, it can be funny, action-packed, and tear-jerking at points.
大事な本なくしちゃった。
お前、どうしたんだ？
キノコ。薬。
It was too dumb, sometimes, for me to invest approximately 200 plus hours into it. I know people who have, because they just focus on the good parts, but I'm not really sure I can disregard major aspects of any TV show, like dialogue, cliches and stereotypes. And there's just one more thing about anime, which...
You know what really grinds my gears?
The fans. I mean, Pewds Bros are annoying, but Weeaboos just take it to a whole different level. A lot of the time you just feel sorry for them, spending money on samurai swords, living with their parents, having a waifu. But they just get infuriating on any topic involving anime or Japanese culture in general. I am aware most people who watch TV shows like One Piece and Naruto are normal people, but come on, it's really weird how so many middle-aged men carrying around pillows representing their dream wife. Okay, stop for a second. I know this was meant to be my thoughts on, not just a hate video, but believe me, I like some anime, and I can appreciate why I don't like the rest. There is a great video by DiggyBro, I'll link it in the description, on why good anime is so hard to make. It's really interesting, and I suggest you check it out, but essentially it boils down to corporate needs and whether or not a company decides to target a broad audience or a niche one. DiggyBro effortlessly puts my frustration into words.
The sad part about all of this is that when anime is specifically geared towards either a specific niche market or to appeal to the broadest market possible, it often ends up being a highly commercialized, often lackluster project whose biggest interest is obviously pushing the series merchandise more than making a work of art in the animated medium.
Fortunately, I do have a favourite anime, Future Diary. It does everything a good TV show should do, let alone anime. There is an interesting premise, actually engaging characters, unpredictable plot twists, unique love stories, and after watching the OVA, a satisfying conclusion. I watched the whole thing in one day, hooked from the opening episode. You see, this is why I keep on coming back to anime, not for any other reason than I know exactly how good it can be. And I honestly think that if some studios pull their fingers out of their asses, then we might see another Future Diary in the future. For now, though, I think I'm just going to stick to shows like House of Cards. Well, those are my thoughts on that.